Hey SmartPak fans, we are back for the 5th year of Ask the Vet. I'm sure it feels like just yesterday for you.
Oh, totally.
So we didn't have an episode in January, so to get kind of back in the swing of things, we've selected 5 questions that were asked since our last episode, and Dr. Gray is going to answer them rapid fire style. But first, we do need your questions for our next video. You can ask them on any of our social media channels. Just use hashtag AskTheVetVideo, and we'll choose our favorites, put them up for voting, and if yours gets voted into the top 5, you'll win a SmartPak gift card.
And I answer the question.
Yeah, exactly, of course, and you get your answer as well. But with that being said, let's get on to these rapid fire questions. These ones aren't eligible for gift cards, but we still figured we'd give you guys some answers to them anyways. So question number 1 was asked from Janet O on YouTube. And Janet would like to know, in response to flax and chia seed video we did in December, I remember that when you talked about with your cooking that you do with your horse on that, prepping that. So Janet wants to know, can you pre-grind the flax seed, then put in an airtight container and refrigerate it for a couple of days, or is it necessary to grind it the very hour before you feed it?
No, you have some leeway. The enemies of ground flax are air, as just figured, and heat and light.
So lots of things.
Well, no. So I think storing in the fridge protects it from the heat, and then the airtight protects it from the oxygen. And then use a dark container, the one that's not see-through or opaque, and then that protects it from all the 3 things that break it down. If it's in a fridge, it might last anywhere from 3 to 6 months, actually. Set it room temperature, it's just a few days, maybe up to a week. So putting it in the fridge, if you have to grind it and set it, not feed it right away, is the right thing to do.
All right, perfect. And then on to question number 2 from Gabby on the SmartPak form. And Gabby wants to know, how long should I wait to ride a horse once he's feeling well after he colicked?
That depends a little bit what you mean by ride, because there's people who might just go for a 20-minute hack on a long rein, and then people who are like, I'm having a jumping session. So certainly not that, but I think I'd wait till he's normal in his digestive internal function. So I want to make sure he's back to his full diet, and I see some good healthy manure, all that, and then I would just add in the riding slowly, gradually.
Increase, see how he's feeling.
Yeah, play by ear.
No jumping lessons. Question number 3 was from Doubting Francis on Twitter, and they would like to know, my older horse has large grain meals and limited access to fresh forage, besides grass hay, in the winter. He refuses to eat ryegrass in the pasture. What's the best way to ensure he's getting an appropriate amount of omega-3s?
I'm going to go with flaxseed. And you can grind it and feed it right away, or you can grind it and put it in the fridge in an airtight, opaque container.
Please reference question 1. On to question number 4 from Sandy Elliott on the SmartPak blog. And Sandy wants to know, is there any supplement to give a horse that doesn't drink all winter? I worry about his kidneys. I put everything in his water to get him to drink. He's stubborn. We've all had a few of those.
So a couple things in that question were interesting. He doesn't drink all winter.
Concerning?
Well, he has to drink. I mean, he's drinking something. She said something about puts everything in his water. Don't put anything in his water. Have it plain, fresh, non-frozen water in a clean container. Then what I would do is I would add loose salt to his meal. Salt will get him to drink. But leave the water clean and fresh and clean container.
Because sometimes what people do is they add like the electrolyte or the salt to the water.
And then they don't like that, and they won't drink it. He might be waiting for the clean, fresh water, but he needs the salt, the sodium chloride, like a tablespoon, in the feed, and then that will stimulate his thirst mechanism.
All right, good luck with that. And then question number 5 from Grace on the SmartPak forum, and Grace wants to know, how often should 18 horses used for trail riding at a summer camp see the farrier? Most are in their late teens, but some are in their mid to late 20s. The horses are leased to us for about 4 months out of the year.
I feel like this is a trick question.
It does feel like there's some
because
layers
it doesn't matter how old they are or that they're trail riding, that they have summer job and not summer job. I mean, you keep them on the same schedule that they need to be. You're going to have to find the weakest link. It may be 5 weeks in the summer because their feet grow more in the summer. And of course, it depends if they're barefoot or shod, but I would just treat them like normal horses and trim and shoe them as necessary.
So stick to the normal schedule.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was easy enough. Well, thank you for those quick rapid fire ones. So thanks guys for watching, and make sure to subscribe and have a great ride.